Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. There's another paid request, this time for Brian. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box under the video. He wanted me to talk about the sequel, Addams Family Values from 1993, which is a sequel that I don't think did the best at the box office, but I know some consider, well, many consider better than the first film, and I don't know which I would like more. I don't know. I'm not sure which I prefer. This one definitely feels more of a darker movie. Definitely much more of a pitch black humor film. I made a reference that the Addams Family, the first film, reminded me of Beetlejuice. This one even more so. And you're rather surprised with what they got away with, because you made a film. Barry Sonnenfeld comes back to direct, who did the first film. He would go on to direct Men in Black, from all the Men in Black films. Well, except the International, that bullshit movie. But you have the family come back. Raul Julia, sadly, this is one of the last films he did. This and Street Fighter. And he passed away. He was very sick during the making of this, which is sad. But he brought his performance, and Raul Julia just a ball of energy and fun as Gomez. Anjelica Huston, just like the first film. Deadpan. A lot of there's some really nice bits of dialogue between the characters. You want anesthesia? No, but the children can. Because she has a baby, and despite people being in pain, she's enjoying it. And is it a boy? Is it a girl? It's an Addams. And they have a new kid. I don't know why in the first film and even in this film they're knitting and they have the baby clothes and it has an extra leg. Like even at the end of the first movie, she's knitting for an extra leg. I guess they thought and they were wrong. But even after the baby comes out, the grandma's like knitting clothes with an extra leg. I'm like, the baby has two legs. Unless it grows one later, we don't know about it. But I mean, how many films are you going to have where the two kids, Pugsley and Wednesday, and Christina Ricci, once again Ricci is deadpan and has some of the better moments like she did in the first film, where they're trying to kill this baby through a chunk of the movie, dumping the baby from up high. And again, what made the film enjoyable are the deadpan dialogue exchanges. He's got my father's eyes. Gomez, take those out of his mouth. Or they try to find nannies, and they have these different nannies. And one's like, oh, hello, Polly. I'm going to clean my room. And so Christina Ricci has a Satan one, goes, I'll clean my room in exchange for your mortal soul. Oh, isn't he a lady killer? Acquitted. Talk about Gomez. And now the plot is Joan Cusack comes in, having fun, having a ball, camping it up. Thinks she's in love with Fester. You come to find out she's a Black Widow killer, meaning she'll marry a rich person, kill them off, and take the money. She also cons the family to take the two kids into summer camp. So you either have Christina Ricci and Pugsley at summer camp. They meet a couple people, including David Krumholtz, which he's in this other movie that I'm reviewing, The Santa Claus. He was also in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. He's been in a couple other films, mainly in small parts. But he's this nervous kid with allergic to everything, but falls in love with Wednesday, and I guess she kind of likes him, maybe, maybe not. But you have the stuff in summer camp, which there's some entertaining moments of the chipper, happy-go-lucky kumbaya, while it's just Wednesday and Pugsley's hell on earth. Like they make them watch Disney films to try to brainwash him to smiling and being nice. While Joan Cusack's dinner hooks into Fester and they get married, and there's a lot of dark humor in there. Like the bachelor party for Fester, and they have this cake, and they're waiting for this girl to come out. And then Raul Julia opens it, and it's steaming up, and it's like, Lurch? And he turns to him and goes, what was the line? Was she in there before you baked? And Lurch is like, oh my god. Or Anjelica Huston talking to Joan Cusack, you've placed Fester on some strange sexual spell. I respect that. But I mean, you have like the kids taking over the it's a summer camp, but they're doing a Thanksgiving play. And so Pugsley has to wear this turkey outfit and literally has to say, "Eat me." So, eat me. But then they burn the place down and they take the chipper. But it's also kind of a take on almost like racism, because if you're not white or if you're not playing the ball, you're ostracized. Which I didn't realize until watching it again. That's kind of what they're doing. Just like the kids that are separated are the kids that are either a different race. So I just try to do that white privilege thing, which, a movie doing that every once in a while, like here back then, fine. But now every fucking movie does it, just old hat. But yeah, I get what they're doing. Not all the jokes work. Like David Krumholtz goes in and he sees a picture of Michael Jackson on a poster and he screams bloody murder. I thought that was a groaner. I thought that was cringeworthy. I didn't care for the joke. Not all the jokes work, but for the most part, it's entertaining. Still has that gothic look to it. You have the director and the cast coming back, so you have that similar feel and tone. Idea. This is even more of a darker humor tone. But it feels like in the same universe. Doesn't feel like a 180 like some sequels do. And some sequels do that to be successful, but you always have some recognizable people that pop up. Like there's a cop that they talk to, and it's Nathan Lane, who will later be in The Birdcage, among others. Also, there's this sailor in a bar that Joan Cusack is talking to, and it's Tony Shalhoub, who would be in the TV show Monk, which I love, and he would be in a lot of other stuff. Macho, macho man. I'm like, holy shit, it's Tony Shalhoub. I don't know if I will say I like this more than the first. I don't know. I mean, I like both films. I don't know which I would like more. I guess I appreciate Christina Ricci and that they have a bit more to do in this film compared to the sequel to the first film. I would say I like the finale of the first film a bit more, maybe because like the Addams family, they're more, they get more to do. Like Goldman's having a sword fight, and then Fester fighting back on who he thinks is his mother, and here is pretty much they're just tied to an electric chair while Joan Cusack rambles and rambles. It's up to the baby to save the day. And I just, the actual Addams family being more prominent, doing stuff in the finale was just more satisfying to me. While here, I don't feel the Addams family would just sit there with electric chairs, that they would at least do something to get out of it. Or maybe they're just happy to be electrocuted and nothing's going to happen anyway. They'll survive it. But, it's up to the baby through... It's almost like a prequel or sequel to Baby's Day Out with all the... For all who remember that movie. But yeah, I was surprised like how dark it was. I mean, Joan Cusack dies electrocuted and she literally turns to dust. But again, the play on words, to paradise, to passion, to pain, tonight. Gomez, Morticia, Raul Julia, and Anjelica Huston, they worked so well together. Great chemistry. They played their roles extremely efficient. Like I said, Christina Ricci is still deadpan and funny. Christopher Lloyd, I do enjoy him as Fester. I guess at least in this film, this is a little bit more smoother writing. Because in the first film, it's like, oh, he's not Fester. Oh, it just happens. All the stuff the mom psychiatrist told really did happen. So he really is the real Fester. That's because they changed it in the middle of filming, or like last minute. So it's not so much of a smooth transition. Here you don't have that. Like I said, it definitely has that, like the first one, that Beetlejuice vibe and tone, humor and comedy. And they're definitely unique films, and I don't even know if the sequel's on Blu-ray. I know the first one is. I think it just got a, maybe it just got a 4K, and there's like an interview with Barry Sonnenfeld. But yeah, I don't know if the sequel has anything at all. If not, that's a shame. But I said you had like documentaries on these films. Because they worked on both films, and the first film was a hit. The second film, there's a lot of people who liked it, who remember it fondly. Again, who think it's better than the first one. So there is a fan base for this. At least it doesn't have that awful MC Hammer song at the end of the first movie. They do what they want to do, say what they want. It's the Addams Family. I don't know. I couldn't get into that song, man. I don't know. Maybe if the Addams Family, like all of them, did stuff that then caused Joan Cusack to, like, they all work together as a family instead of just the baby through baby shenanigans doing it. Because it made me think I was watching Baby's Day Out, not Addams Family. Which I actually didn't mind Baby's Day Out, but it's like, I just wanted more of the family to be involved in that finale. That would have been just more satisfying to me, especially, this is the last Raul Julia as Adam. Again, they didn't know that, but it was still an enjoyable sequel. It's not a film that I thought pissed away the intentions of the first film. And like I said, they definitely, at first glance, you would think it was directed by Tim Burton. Because it has that gothic style of Tim Burton, it has that sense of humor of Beetlejuice. It's two good Tim Burton films that he didn't direct. So, I mean, Barry Sonnenfeld definitely showed he had a bit of range. Because these films are definitely different from when he did the Men in Black films, and it's sad that his career didn't really, after Men in Black, he did Wild Wild West, that hurt it, and then he didn't do a whole lot after that. Men in Black 3, which I liked, but he did not a whole lot of other films. So, I mean, it seemed like he was a talented director. Just bad choices or bad luck or both. Rest in peace, Raul Julia. I think he did I would say he's my favorite Gomez Addams. I think he played it very well. And again, just how they're against normalcy. They're afraid of normalcy. Like the kids being afraid when the others are singing Kumbaya. Or the baby's being turned more into like a pretty boy, blonde hair. He could be a doctor. No, a lawyer. No, or president. Please, God, take me. And he's like, Raul Julia's praying. That's what the actors make that material work. If you don't have the right cast, or they're not selling it the right way, they could come off as cringeworthy or stupid. But it's that having a first film to get their feeling in, being much more of a cohesive whole in this. The subplot in the summer camp was also entertaining. Part of me almost said that was more entertaining than the Joan Cusack plot. But altogether, it's worthy sequel. It's a fun film. They didn't risky being a darker film. I don't know if that hurt it at the box office. Twilight Batman Returns was a darker film, and that kind of hurt it. I don't know if that was the case or not. These are supposed to be, PG, kind of supposed to be family films, but they're not really when you look at them. But, damn, there's still more heart being made in this film compared to shit today. Just how it is. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. And we will see you guys in the next video. Later.